Nikola Tesla and the secret of the frequencies that control everything. If there's one quote that captures how Nikola Tesla saw the world, it's this: if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. At first, that might sound poetic or abstract, but for Tesla, it was neither. It was how reality truly worked. He believed the universe wasn't made of separate things, but of vibrations, waves of energy moving and interacting. Everything, from the tiniest particle to the human mind, was part of this grand symphony of motion. Tesla understood that behind matter lies motion, behind motion lies rhythm, and behind rhythm lies meaning. He wasn't just building machines. He was trying to tune into the hidden music of existence. For him, vibration was more than a scientific idea, it was a way of understanding life itself. He saw the universe as a living, intelligent system, full of invisible forces that we can connect to, not by force or control, but through harmony and resonance. Tesla often described moments of sudden insight, flashes of understanding that came to him fully formed, as if he were receiving them from somewhere beyond. He believed the human mind could work like a radio receiver, capable of tuning into different frequencies of reality. Knowledge, in his view, wasn't just something the brain produced. It could also be received if we learned how to listen properly. This placed him at the crossroads between science and mysticism. Over a century later, modern physics has begun to echo some of Tesla's intuitions. Fields like string theory and quantum field theory now suggest that at the deepest level, everything is vibrational rather than solid. Matter is energy in motion. Even consciousness, once thought to be just a product of the brain, is being reconsidered as something that might arise from deeper energetic fields. Meanwhile, spiritual traditions around the world have long spoken about vibration too, using phrases like raising your frequency or aligning with higher energy to describe states of healing, awareness, and enlightenment. Tesla's genius was that he bridged these two worlds, the scientific and the spiritual. To him, the universe didn't just contain energy, it was energy, constantly flowing, humming, and shifting. Tesla believed reality worked like a radio. What we experience depends on the frequency we're tuned into mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This idea changes everything. It means we're not just observers of life, but participants in shaping it through our inner state. If our thoughts, emotions, and intentions are forms of vibration, then what we focus on, what frequency we live at, shapes the reality we experience. Tesla often said he could see entire inventions in his mind before he ever built them. He would mentally design every detail, test it in his imagination, and only then create a physical version. This shows how finely tuned his mind was, how his inner vision connected to something deeper. Today, neuroscience offers surprising support for this kind of experience. Scientists have discovered that the brain operates on measurable frequencies, alpha, beta, theta, delta, and gamma, and that each corresponds to different states of consciousness. Deep relaxation, focused thinking, creativity, and meditation all have their own brainwave patterns. Meditation, for example, increases alpha and theta waves, which are linked to intuition, insight, and creativity, exactly the kind of states Tesla seemed to enter when his ideas came to him. This means consciousness isn't fixed, it's a spectrum of frequencies. The more we learn to tune ourselves, the more we can access deeper levels of thought and awareness. Tesla's mind may have worked like a tuning device, connecting his nervous system to the larger vibrational field of the cosmos. He believed in what he called the finer forces of nature, energies science had not yet measured. He thought thoughts carried frequency, intention shaped reality, and that the mind could reach beyond the limits of time and space. These weren't mystical beliefs to him, they were practical. He used this awareness in his inventions. By visualizing and feeling the flow of energy, he could solve complex problems without physical prototypes. His creativity wasn't just mental, it was vibrational, as if he was resonating with the patterns of nature itself. In this sense, Tesla wasn't just imagining the future, he was listening to it. This means consciousness isn't fixed, it's a spectrum of frequencies. The more we learn to tune ourselves, the more we can access deeper levels of thought and awareness. Tesla's mind may have worked like a tuning device, connecting his nervous system to the larger vibrational field of the cosmos. He believed in what he called the finer forces of nature, energies science had not yet measured. He thought thoughts carried frequency, intention shaped reality, and that the mind could reach beyond the limits of time and space. These weren't mystical beliefs to him, they were practical. He used this awareness in his inventions. By visualizing and feeling the flow of energy, he could solve complex problems without physical prototypes. His creativity wasn't just mental, it was vibrational, as if he was resonating with the patterns of nature itself. In this sense, Tesla wasn't just imagining the future, he was listening to it. Tesla's vision was far more radical. He dreamed of a world where energy could be transmitted wirelessly, freely available to all, drawn directly from the air. His project at Wardenclyffe Tower was meant to do exactly that, to send electrical power through the atmosphere without wires, meters, or monopolies. But that idea threatened the powerful interests that depended on profit from energy. When J.P. Morgan realized Tesla's invention couldn't be metered or controlled, he withdrew funding. Tesla's lab was destroyed, his work dismissed, and his name slowly erased from history. He wasn't silenced because he failed. He was silenced because he succeeded in imagining a world built on abundance rather than control. By rejecting Tesla's ideas, perhaps humanity lost more than a new form of technology. Perhaps we lost an entirely different way of thinking, one that trusted the natural intelligence of the cosmos and saw energy as sacred, not commercial. Tesla's life reminds us that we are not separate from the universe, but part of its vibration. We are energy, frequency, and resonance. The greatest invention, Tesla might say, isn't a machine, it's learning to tune ourselves. Not to control the universe, but to live in harmony with it. Nikola Tesla's story is not only about a brilliant inventor who is forgotten or exploited, it is a timeless warning about how truth, freedom, and progress are often suppressed when they threaten the foundations of power. Tesla's ideas were revolutionary, not because they defied science, but because they defied control. His dream was not merely to power machines, but to empower humanity. He envisioned a world where energy was free, clean, and available to everyone, a world where technology worked in harmony with nature instead of against it. Yet the very idea of limitless, wireless, and free energy challenged the economic interests of those who profited from scarcity. Tesla's downfall was not a failure of intellect, but the result of a world that was not ready to let go of its addiction to control.